Let's take a look at the System Settings menu on the AVH-X1500DVD. So right now we're going to start with the source turned off, and we'll press the Home button and go over to the System Settings menu. Right now we can start with the auxiliary input. Right, it is switched on, and the auxiliary input is on the back of this radio. We can switch it off or turn it back on. And the same thing with the audio-video input is on the back of the radio. It can be switched on or off from this menu. Our RGB input right now is set to navigation, so if you're using Pioneer's add-on navigation system, you'll set it to Navi. If you're going to use Pioneer's advanced app mode, you'll switch this to iPhone. Next we have app sound mixing. Right now it's switched off. We can turn it to low, mid, or high. And app sound mixing is for mixing the sound between your iPhone applications and things like the radio or the CD player. That way, while you're driving, you can hear instructions from your navigation app running from your iPhone and still hear your radio. Next is our Mix Track setup. For more information on the Mix Track settings, take a look at the Mix Tracks video. Next is our picture adjustment. So let's open that menu. Here, we can make adjustments to brightness, contrast, and so forth to our apps and our source and our rear view camera. Once we've when you're finished, just press the back button. We'll scroll down. Here we can change the system language to a few different options. Once we've made those changes, we can go back. We can switch our demo mode on or off from this setting. We'll choose to switch that off for right now. Here's our mute and attenuation, so when we get instruction from navigation, we can choose to have things muted or have the music just attenuated, or we can shut that off. Next is our rear speaker settings. Right now it's set to play for full range. We can also choose to have it subwoofer output or switch it back to full range. Next is our keyboard setting. We can choose to have an English keyboard or a couple of other different ones. We'll choose English and come back. And next is Everscroll. Right now Everscroll is switched off. We can switch it on, and Everscroll will show text data across the screen if you're getting it from a radio station broadcast or playing back from an MP3 or WMA file. We'll scroll down a little further. Next is our camera polarity. Right now our backup camera is turned off, but we can have the backup camera turn on when it sees 12 volts from the battery or when it sees ground, and we'll switch that back to off. Next is our auto EQ measurement. For more information about auto EQ, check out the auto EQ video. And lastly, our video signal settings. We'll open that menu. Here we can change our video signal settings for different regions around the world. In North America, you probably want to choose the automatic setting. And when you're done, you can hit X and go back out to your source selection screen.